think I just about had it with looking at this neighborhood right here. I feel like it is
an eyesore.
So I'm gonna try and fix that. The only question is how. So I think to fix the situation around this neighborhood, I'm gonna make it basically like a long intertwining hiking trail, biking trail, just to kind of like fill out the space in between. I didn't really account for how small these assets were gonna be when I, made this neighborhood like 3 episodes ago. So because of that, we are going to just do something with it, do something with all this space. And so I think I'm just gonna go around town real quick. I'm gonna look at what the city might need. We'll come back and do this industrial area when we decide to like expand this way. For right now, I'm not super worried about it. I did want to add some houses over here, although I feel like I already did that, but maybe that was a part of my save file that well, you know how it went. This should satisfy any future medium density needs. We can also even add like other ones around here. All right, so now that space should fill up very nicely. And I think I'll just go ahead and start on our little development for these people. So I kind of want to make like this just very long biking trail that maybe even like starts all the way back here and kind of just continues and continues all the way around. I would kind of like it to also go around these houses as well. We will need to destroy one or two of them just so that there's like an out, so that people back here don't have to like bike a mile just to get back onto the main road. And then maybe it'll just hug all the way around, and that could be kind of like a I don't know, the biking thing for the bikers of this city. Let's just start building. Let's just start making this look good. I'll turn on snapping. So first things first, we'll try to line it up with the street below it. Now I'm really hoping that when I look back on this, it's not gonna have like a really ugly slope. I'm like really hoping that the constant slope option actually keeps it at a constant slope. That would be really big for me. Okay, genuinely don't think that looks that bad. Nice. I honestly think this came out pretty great. It just takes you all the way around this way. I wonder if anybody smarter than me can figure out just how long this trail is. I would guess maybe 2.5 miles, perhaps. I think that this little bike path could give us a little bit of direction. So for example, we can look at it from over here, right? Basically, we can just start off from where that bike path leaves off. Okay, already I think this looks 10 million times better. I think I'm going to try and fit more houses where I can, and then where I can't, I'll try to make it just more of like a green space, maybe like a park or something like that. Since these houses are on like a separate level, let me try and do something. I think it could work, but let's just try getting this all the way over here, see what that looks like. Kind of exactly what I wanted. Maybe just a little bit higher. All right, now what we could do to make this look a little bit better over here is we'll just get this flatten terrain tool. We will set the level to where these houses are, and then we will just take down this terrain so that it looks more like a wall that is separating these two levels instead of just like a big hill. Since there's like a little bit of space down here, we'll just put down another path that just kind of walks down below it. Basically something along these lines. I don't know, I mean, I think it looks pretty good. I do wish that there wasn't like this terrain right here, but there's not much we could really do about it. All right, I think this is about as good as I can get it, to be honest. It's a little bit of a pain to work with the terrain heights around here, but to be honest, I think that's fine. I'm pretty happy with how that came out. Continuing on with these paths and parks, I'm just going to finish connecting up these like last couple streets. Now, since I deleted a couple of my citizens' houses, I'm going to try and see if I could put a couple, if I could just fit a couple more. I just got to see which ones these are. Looks like it's got to be Midwestern residential low. What kind of sucks about these is that they only come in 4 height, so that part does kind of stink, but we could probably still fit a couple where we don't expect, especially like around here. We can definitely put a couple. All right, definitely a huge improvement. Is anybody using the big ones? Doubt it. I don't think we have a bike shop in this town yet, which, dude, I mean, whoever decides to build the first bike shop in this city, they are going to be making bank, let me tell you. Now, I still want to put something on these outer roads. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the umbrella asset pack, this one right here, the single family residential, and I'll definitely just use platter here. This is definitely gonna add a lot of population to the city. I'm adding, I mean, if we're counting right now, these are like several families inside of just these houses alone. Okay, so now we have all these houses building over here, and we got these trails going through the neighborhoods over here. I definitely feel a whole lot better about the visuals of this area. Still kind of not happy about the asset choice, but we're kind of like a little too committed to this area to just kind of let it go. So I'm just gonna say that it was a mistake in the city planning, and we will never make that mistake again. So I definitely think this will really help on the density department of this neighborhood. Now, this might be a mistake, all right, but we are going to destroy We'll wait. Hold on, let me pause the game before everybody freaks out. Let's replace it with just a more densely packed version of what was already going on, just for the sake of it looking more organized, more neat. And I also wanted to add a path right here. Can maybe just kind of connect back up with the bike path somewhere. We would essentially have to sacrifice all of these people. I think it's worth it, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe once they see what it is that I'm building,
they'll actually understand, you know?
And now we got this bike trail that goes all the way around here. And what this means is then we could do the same thing we did for the houses back there and just make this into a wall. I think that looks way better. Plus it serves a purpose for the city itself, which, hey, you know, as a mayor, I'm all for that. Here you go, beautiful little dog park for the people, and the city's running out of electricity. Cool. Power station overloaded. This is where we need to start thinking about things. Okay, I have an idea. We are going to just have to use some of the space we already have. Let's take out the flatten brush. We're gonna make it pretty big here, thinking about like a 250, and then we're gonna make this area right here into space for a new power plant. All right, boom, spent some time making this terrain look actually decent. Now we have this whole space up here. We could make some moves. It's 100 grand for another one of these, but as far as I know, these actually give you some money back, because if you have excess electricity, your city starts to export it. So I'm not even too mad about it. And I think with this, we can go ahead and resume play. And to maybe cut down on how much we're paying, we will go ahead and turn down the budget again to 100. Really, I don't know what else to throw around here except trees. So that's just what I'm gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and we'll take out the oak. We'll take out the wild bush, these right here. Let's take out these, and let's throw some bushes in there as well. Then with all of those, we can go into the forest brush. And now we can go ahead and plant a bunch of trees pretty much everywhere we can. Oh my god, I just realized how much money that just cost me. Dude, I'm just here holding down the left click button. Well, shit. It is what it is, I guess. All right, so thankfully we're still making money by the looks of it. I was kind of worried that we weren't going to be, but we are. So that's definitely good to see. And hopefully some more houses will come along as well. Looks like we still have some demand for industrial. So I guess that'll bring us to the next objective for me, which was to build, or to fix, I should say, this road down here. So let me try doing that real quick. I'm okay with the top one following basically what is just the topography, but this one I definitely want to have basically hugging the highway but correctly. I see we're running into money problems again. Okay, all right, you know what, I'm a little impatient, so I'm just gonna take out another loan, but this time it's fine. Just gonna be a quick little 50k. Trust me, I won't let what happened before happen again. I will not let that happen. I was doing a little bit of detailing here, and it looks like somebody's actually using this. And you know what? She's going to go into the Hall of Fame because of that. I mean, Ivy Norris actually using it. We're going to give her a follow. She has literally no information about her except that she's retired. She's a senior. This is somebody's grandma. And she was born about 8 years ago. She lives in 64 Moore Street. Let's go take a little visit. Is this where she's walking to, bro? Dude, she's got a long way to go. She's got a long way to go. A couple of people are using this one up here as well. Honestly, this one's kind of nice, dude. I feel like you get a good view. Once these houses come in, it'll look even nicer for sure. I could just keep zoning this as industry, I suppose. Lower that demand a little bit. We have more commercial demand. Honestly, I just saw this motel. Pretty much exactly what this little area would need, actually. So we're gonna put down a little motel right here. And maybe even like one of these. And I think here we got like a nice little block. Now we can make this into a nice little parking lot. I was thinking something like this works pretty well. I'm also going to quickly make this into another section right here. It also looks like it's officially fall now, which is nice. Genuinely speaking, the city is looking pretty damn good. So since we have a little bit of demand for some houses, I'm going to take out another small loan of about damn, we are in a deficit right now apparently, but it's fine. We will just take out another loan. It's really no big deal. Hopefully I am not killing myself with this. For this neighborhood, I'm just going to use the alley with the sidewalk. Put in a nice little entrance right here. There you go. Another little neighborhood in the works over here. Now, last thing I want to do for today is make a small little apartment complex right around here. Yeah, I'm a fan of this pack right here. So what I'm going to do is we'll take it and I'm just going to make this little area right here into an apartment complex. So because a lot of people kind of come in and out, I'll take a 4-lane road actually. And then from here, let's take a 1 lane and we'll make it so that it's perpendicular parking, and we'll just have it go literally all the way down, and we'll take it this way as well. With that, we can kind of just reorganize everything a little bit. And I think last but not least, I'll just go ahead and plant a couple more, you know, things around. Honestly, looking at this is kind of frustrating me because I think the actual play is to just take this and move it this way. And I guess, you know, for the kids, I'll put down a couple little thingies around here for them to play with, you know. All right, I think I'm done. This, I believe, looks pretty good. This is kind of just like how it looks around where I live, so you know, it's kind of true to life for real. All right, well, I think today was actually pretty successful. We didn't, you know, it was a little bit more of a chill day. We did get a couple things done, especially like things that I've been wanting to do for a little bit. Starting with this neighborhood right here, went ahead and added some light detail in between all these spaces, giving it more of kind of like a utility, I guess, for this neighborhood. I feel like a lot of people, if you wanted to move in here, you'd move because you heard that there's like, you know, it's good for people who are active, right? So if you're somebody who likes to bike or run around, this is a great neighborhood for you because you got paths all up and down the place. And we also added this really cool little bike trail that takes you about 2 miles to and from this neighborhood and the other one that's way down here. So I'm actually pretty happy with how this turned out. I wasn't expecting to like it, but I think because it's nice and straight and the slope isn't all crazy, it actually looks pretty decent. But besides that, we found some use for this little plot of land as well. Created a nice little shopping center people can go to with a little bit of a custom parking lot. With apparently just the absolute worst painters ever known to man. I mean, Jesus Christ, guys, can we not get a single straight line here? But anyways, right next to that, we also added a little, you know, apartment complex. I'm thinking maybe we could add some overground parking, like a parking garage, somewhere around here, but I'm not entirely sure yet. Next thing we did was add this little mountain. You know, we flattened the area and gave ourselves some space for yet another coal power plant because our city desperately needed it, and it was basically the cheapest thing we could do for power. And that's about everything we did today. Definitely pretty light. Nothing crazy was, you know, done, but we managed to improve the aesthetics of the city a little bit, which honestly I'm pretty happy with. I consider that progress made. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video half as much as I enjoyed making it for you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.